An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. This is the new strategy of the Ukraine command, which unequivocally rejects the policy of red lines and clearly declares no qualms. After the Russian attack on Kharkiv, in which 7 civilians were killed, Ukraine launched a missile attack on the Russian city of Belgorod. According to the NATO chief's assessment, Ukraine has every right to defend itself on its own terms. Another shocking attack by the Russians. They dropped powerful guided bombs on Kharkiv. They hit an apartment building, a park, and streets full of civilians. They killed 7 people, including a 14-year-old girl. The child was only 14 years old. She had her whole life ahead of her. She has just lost her father, who went missing in the Donetsk region. We just recovered from the news about her father, and now this. It is simply impossible to get over this. How is this possible? I don't know. They are children. The world condemned the crime. Experts expressed outrage, but Kiev responded to Moscow very unequivocally for the first time since the outbreak of the full-scale war. A few hours after the attack on Kharkiv, Ukraine bombed the Russian city of Belgorod, an eye for an eye. These are terrible, hideous Russian strikes directly on apartment buildings, on a city park. Russia will certainly be held accountable for all its evil, but everyone in the world must remember that the most effective tactic is to prevent evil from acting. This containment of evil consists of long-range weapons, missiles that will be able to reach not only the warehouses at the rear of the Russian front, but also the Russian airfields deep inside Russia, on which the bombers attacking Ukraine are stationed. Because this would allow Ukraine to preserve its combat potential. It would also preserve what it has been able to capture in the Kursk region and would reduce the possibility of a Russian response. Continued training of soldiers who enter combat on the front lines is also important. The contact group of countries supporting Ukraine has discussed this issue many times. There have even been declarations about sending instructors to Ukraine. The final mission is to be carried out in the immediate vicinity.
Finally, we decided that the training will be as close as possible to Ukraine, but not in Ukrainian territory, not in Ukrainian land. But the cell in Kyiv will be open in order to ensure the best coordination with Ukraine and our partners.
Ukrainians are continuing their assault in the Kursk region. Over the past 24 hours, they were to occupy 3 more towns. According to Kiev, this is a buffer zone and an exchange fund. Russian soldiers taken prisoner are exchanged for Ukrainian prisoners.